Day 44. Still locked down and back again. A drippy nose and the throat to clear still occasionally, but so far as I can tell, no COVID symptoms. But we never know. I could still be carrying it. Well, if I am, I'm not symptomatic yet. I'm certainly not going out. Right, what do we begin with this afternoon? Apologies to anyone who said that they were having problems with the sound on these videos. Yeah, I did get a comment yesterday, and thank you for your comment. I don't use a microphone to record them, I just do them straight onto the iPad. I can sometimes hear, if I put them on these headphones, I can occasionally hear sort of a buzzing sound, yep, in the background. It might be from an electric transformer or something that the iPad is near to. Sorry about that, and hope you can still get this one loud and clear. Thanks for subscribing to my channel, I really appreciate it. What shall we begin with today then? Or this afternoon, I should say. Here's a thought. I think Boris is going to try not so much to officially end lockdown. I have a feeling he's going to let it just kind of quietly peter out, shall we say. Yep. I think that's probably what he's going to do. Yeah. Look, by the way, already around you. Not just at the increase in traffic. I mean, that could mean a number of things. It could just mean people going out for a drive, because so far as I know at the moment, they can't exactly be going out of the shops because there aren't that many shops open, right? So not just looking at the increase in traffic, although that is happening, and even ministers have said that that is alarming, but look what I think it means, yeah? Well, first of all, I think we're already seeing, as well as Tim Nice but Dim, yeah, dear old Tim Nice but Dim, he is planning to open in June. June for the spoons. You can go and spoon in June at Tim's Spoons. Obviously some bloody capitalist greedy bastard that wants the people he doesn't pay particularly well and employs on 0 hours contracts, making him more billions again. I'm surprised that he isn't asking for a bailout. But what I think is slowly beginning to happen, just to ease these things in, they're getting us used to it. You will notice B&Q has reopened. They're gradually opening branches. You will also notice that even in Great Yarmouth, I don't know about where you are, but in Great Yarmouth and locally, Greggs are slowly reopening. Maybe it's only takeout. Yep, I understand that. Maybe it's only socially distanced. And we are finding reports that maybe even in May, kids might be sent back to school. Only the little ones, mind you, but they might be our test subjects. See what happens when we send them back to school, shall we? Test them. Ideas that we might gradually unlock the Isle of Wight. You could be our guinea pigs. Hello, Grant, if you're watching, by the way. My wife and I have a friend on the Isle of Wight whom we've been to see a couple of times, called Grant. So, Grant, you never know. You, your mum, on the Isle of Wight there, might be initial test subjects, just to see how it all goes down. But this is my feeling. I think they're gradually just going to let lockdown almost undo itself. They'll let more people out. They won't enforce the regulations. Yeah, that's great. They don't enforce them. People will begin gathering in extra large groups. Nobody will be there to break the gatherings up. Nobody will be fined. And gradually you'll find people going to, driving 10, 20 miles or whatever for a walk in the countryside. Gradually you'll find all those cars littering the verges and everything, and all the people off walking together, and nothing will be done. Nothing will be said. Gradually other shops will be reopened. Now you watch what will come soon, yeah? I suspect people can't live without clothes, can they? Yeah? I mean, it's going to be hard, isn't it? We got to buy new clothes sometime. I know we can buy them online, but, sod that. You watch. Spring fashions, summer fashions on the way. The fashion retailers, the high street clothes shops will open up. I bet clothes come next, yep. After that, I imagine electronics, because, quietly an exception will be made. A very quiet exception will be made where all the high street electronics giants can open. And gradually it'll be back to making rich people very, very rich. And I think social distancing will tend to be kind of eased. Yeah. I mean, how the hell they're going to enforce that, I really don't know. I mean, what do you do if someone comes up behind you at the moment? Excuse me, I just have a slightly itchy nose. If somebody comes up behind you in a supermarket at the moment and crowds your space, do you go, could you move back, please? Yeah. You probably don't, because being British, you don't say things to people in public, do you? And you can't really turn around and just say, hey, back up, buddy, or back up or I'll smack you. Yeah. You can't. Yeah. So social distancing is hard enough to enforce anyway. How are they going to enforce it when they open up the pubs again? How are you going to socially distance a class of 30 or 40 teenage kids? As you teach them, how are you actually going to keep them far enough apart? All very interesting. Still don't have the correct death toll revealed. Yeah. The Channel 4 and the Financial Times and whatever, not allowed into briefings now. Not allowed into briefings, because they said it was, well, at least Financial Times said it, that at that stage over a week ago it was over 41,000. Care homes? Well, still going to be the major killing grounds for the virus, and not just, unfortunately, for the residents, who in many cases are not being sent to hospital. And ministers are saying surely they could have a better death if they just stayed where they were. Yeah. And of course the staff in care homes not being provided with adequate PPE. As for the Johnson Sprog, well, as I said before, good luck to him. He's about a day old now. Good luck to the wee Sprog. And I think Daddy obviously will be off fairly soon with paternity leave. Not that I'm knocking people taking paternity leave. Perfectly okay. Good thing. Yep, should be available for everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, the leave should be there. Right, well, let me know of any local developments, because I'm still seeing at least the second highest death toll in Europe, and very possibly the second highest death toll in the world, behind America at the moment. So, don't let them unlock. They're wanting to. Every billionaire, banker, hedge funder, tax avoider, super rich elite member, share trader, hedge funder, They're screaming at the government. They're going, unlock, unlock. Our shares are going through the floor. We don't care about human lives. We only care about profit. As I always say, in the end, they'll be the people who decide when lockdown ends. Boris and the government will have nothing to do with it. Science will have nothing to do with it. They'll make the decision. The rich and the most powerful. They'll say what we do. They'll say when we do it, yeah? Government, they're just front men. They're just front men. They're just an absolute front. They're run and controlled by the elites, yeah? They don't do a thing. They don't even breathe without checking with their elite capitalist controllers that it's okay to breathe. Bye, and you lot take care.